It is obvious that in the world we live in today, majority of people just want to succeed. But the problem is it is not everybody that is aware of what you need to do to be successful and be worthy in life. So many people in the world today, they were born with what they call silver spoon, and they were born into a wealthy family. But if you're not fortunate to be born into a wealthy family, you need to work out your own way of becoming wealthy. And that is what this video will be based on, to educate you the practical step you need to follow and also become wealthy. So the truth is that anybody can be successful, but not everybody that will eventually be successful. What I mean is that the principle is out there for everybody who is aware of the principle to apply, and they will see themselves in a wealthy place. They will arrive in a wealthy place. Becoming wealthy is like taking a vehicle to the wealthy place. Some people take the wrong vehicle, some people take the right vehicle. So this video is going to educate you the kind of vehicle that will take you to the wealthy place. Now, I need you to know that anything that has to do with wealth creation is not easy, but there are principles that governs all these things. So unfortunately, it is not everybody that is willing to do the principle to make them to be wealthy. But the few people who are ready to apply the principle, they are always arriving in wealth. So that is why I said wealth creation is possible, and it is for those who are strong. It's for those who are ready to apply the principle and stay on course with the principle, and they will eventually arrive in wealth. So this video, I'll be discussing the principle of be, do, have. I need you to know you're trying to have what you have not become on the inside. That is an impossible journey. For you to have anything on the outside, for you to acquire anything, or for you to be wealthy, there are some internal things you need to focus on as an individual. The first thing I want to talk about is the principle of being. See, as a human, there is a reason why our name is called human being. We are not called human having, we're not called human doing, but we are called human being. There's a reason for that. You see, as human, we are a creature of being. We are created to be. So meaning anybody who is in pursuit of wealth, he must become wealthy on the inside first. He must become wealthy by knowledge. He must become wealthy through knowledge for you to be able to be wealthy for all to see on the outside. That is how this thing works. But unfortunately, in the world we live in today, people are not ready to become on the inside. That is what the problem is. People just want to jump in and start buying cars, start having. It doesn't work like that. So wealth, it is not in material things. It is not what you have that makes you to be wealthy. You see, it is the wealth you have on the inside that produces those things outside that looks like wealth. You see, those things you see, they're not wealth. Wealth is more of who you are on the inside. For example, somebody who is a doctor, how did he become a doctor? That person subjected himself with a body of knowledge, and when he's out, he's called a doctor. Somebody who is an engineer, how did he become an engineer? He subjected himself to some bodies of knowledge, and when he's out, he became an engineer. Somebody who is a nurse, how did he become a nurse? He went to the academy of nursing. When he's out, he's called a nurse. You see, being speaks to our identity. So whatever you need to have, whatever you need to do, you must first of all become that on the inside first, before you can have the right mindset to do it, and before you can have. So being, it focus on the internal, it focus on the inside. So now, how do you become? It's about acquiring knowledge. You need to acquire knowledge on your field of interest. You want to become wealthy, read books that talks about being wealthy. Books like The Richest Man in Babylon, How to Create Wealth as a Career Person, The School of Money, Psychology of Money, Atomic Habits. A lot of books like that. These are books that teach you pathway to becoming wealthy. So if you can subject yourself to reading wide on those areas, how to become wealthy, you will eventually be aware principles you need to apply to become wealthy. That is how this thing works. So do not just seek to jump into doing something. If you do that, you are going to eventually fail because you don't know the right principle, how to. So acquiring those knowledge will teach you how to, so that you can be able to have accurate understanding how to go about all those things. So another source of knowledge is through seminar. You go for seminar. When you have organized seminar, pay for it and acquire knowledge how to go about pursuing your way leading to wealth. Then mentorship. Subscribe to mentorship. Those who are worthy, people who already achieved the same kind of thing that you want to achieve in life, can subscribe to that mentorship. And again, if you drive a lot, turn your car to university on the wheel. It's not about acquiring knowledge. The School of Psychology tells us that you need up to 10,000 hours of study to be able to master a craft, or 7 years of rigorous study to master a particular craft. So subject yourself to learning so that you can become. So this is what the principle of being is all about. So our mind as human is like a hardware that you need to install any software you want. So the software on how to become rich and wealthy, you need to install that software in your mind. That is about studying. You study, then you learn and unlearn. You unlearn and you learn. So replace your old thought with new one. And that new one is about how to be wealthy, how to become rich. So now by the time you are well informed how to go about becoming rich and wealthy, the next thing is doing. Now doing speaks to your activity. So with what you're able to know, you now have accurate understanding how to carry out this activity to becoming wealthy. You see, so this leads me to talking about the vehicles of wealth creation. So depending on the vehicles you use to get to the wealthy place, some vehicles are slow, some are fast. You see, let's talk about employee. Let's talk about salary or a paid job. If you have a salary as a paid job, that is a slow way, a slow vehicle that will take you to the wealthy place. But if you have a vehicle like investment or business, these are vehicles that will take you to the wealthy place faster. So that is why I always say to people that do not just depend only on salary. Have a side hustle, or if you're an employee, you work for some time and have a way of transitioning yourself into becoming an investor or entrepreneur. So staying on salary and trying to create wealth through salary takes a longer time. It's like somebody who is trekking to the wealthy place. You see, so if you don't want to trek, you need to go into business as a principle or investment vehicle that will take you to the wealthy place. So if you want to arrive at the wealthy place on time, use the right vehicle like business and investment. These are vehicles that will take you to the wealthy place faster than working for somebody. So somebody said salary is like the drug they give to you that will make you to forget your dream. So focus on those things you are doing. Focus on that vehicle, keep using that vehicle and build on that vehicle, and practice at the same time what is called consistency, what is called delayed gratification, what is called resilience. So if you can practice this thing while you are using your choosing vehicle to the wealthy place, you need to stay on course, you need to be consistent. Don't say I've done it for some time, it didn't work, you abandon it. No, it's about to work. So keep doing it, because all work works. All work works. There's no work that doesn't work. So what we do is like habit. It's either leading us to the wrong place or leading us to the right place. So as long as the vehicle you are choosing, is the right one, and you are aware that other people in the world are using the same vehicle to get to the place they are today. So you need to stay on it and keep doing it. And that's what consistency is all about. That is what resilience is all about. And you have to practice what is called delayed gratification. Don't say it is not working out, let me just quit. Don't quit. But if you quit, it's about to work. So keep doing it, keep doing it. Then when you keep doing it, at a point, unseen forces will come to your aid, and you will experience what is called in psychology inverse paranoia. Inverse paranoia is the point you get to where it looks like people in the world, everybody in the world is conspiring to do you good. That is what it looks like. So you need to stay on course if you want to be wealthy. So after that, the next thing you're going to be experiencing in your business is you're going to start having those things you desire. You're going to start having those things that makes it to look like on the outward that you are wealthy. You will start having money. You can use the money to buy things you love to. So this will start coming out because you already work for it. So that is about having. So like I told you, having speaks to your property. You see, it's about the outward show of what you already become. So that's how this thing works. So never think that you can just wake up one day and start doing something and start having something. It doesn't work like that. So if you want to build a lasting wealth, a lasting prosperity, you need to apply this principle of be, do, have. Okay, so like I told you, being speaks to our identity, doing speaks to our activity, and having speaks to our property. So if you want to be wealthy, you need to be intentional and apply this principle. Apply it to the very end. You see yourself landing in wealth, producing wealth. And I need you to know that things that you need to do to become wealthy, they are usually not an easy thing. I always say to people that good habits are very difficult to form but easy to live with. So the same way, if you want to be wealthy, what you need to do to be wealthy is very difficult. But by the time you start realizing the benefits of what you have done, you will be happy for it for the rest of your life. So I'm encouraging you in this video to try to be, then try to do the right thing so that you can be able to have that which you desire. This is how this life works. That is how everything in life works. Everything follows the principle of be, do, have. Even the tree has to get root in the ground before the stem can come out, before it will bear fruit. So tree also have that nature of be, do, have. The same thing applies to us in the human being. So do not be in a hurry. Do the right thing and get the right word for you and your family. I hope you're able to learn one or two things you can apply as a principle in this video. So do not hesitate to put any question you have in the comment section, and I'll be there to get to your response. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now.